We're going to upload a video. I'm going to do it step by step. So I've got the new channel here that we created because I'm going to use this one rather than the channel that I've had for a while, because I want you to see it as you will see it if you're uploading your first videos. So I'm going to have this. I'll let you know if there's any features that don't show up because it's a new video, but it's quite simply how to upload. So what I'm going to do, if you come up here and click on create, so you've logged in by the way, come and click on create, then you get to either go live or upload video. So let's upload video. Now you're going to choose where to get it from and then hit upload. Okay, now it's going to come up like this. So obviously you can see down here that your video is still uploading. It's not quite ready yet, and the bigger this file is, the longer it's going to take. So I would say when you come to edit, and there'll be edit course in the future, compress that to make that as small as possible without jeopardizing the quality. So this is where everything is, and this is exactly what it looks like. So we go through this section here. So this is where you type in your title. I won't do one now, but maybe it's top 3 phones of 2020. I don't know, whatever it is. Then you're going to have your description, which is going to probably start with some of your keywords here that's in here, like we've discussed, and you're going to put it all in here, then all your links. Now, thumbnail, this is where you upload your thumbnail. I'd click here, upload the one you've created, simply select it, and then playlist. So if you haven't created any playlist yet, you can create a playlist right here, and then you can, so let's create one. Let's do test, whatever it is. It's the public one, create that. And then you're going to say, yes, put it in that one. Done. It's now in a playlist, which I've already spoken about before. So made for kids. This is the question. It's not, is it safe for kids? Is it made for kids? No, probably most of you are not making child-related content. Age restriction. So you click more options here. So is it restricted, which is basically, are you talking about alcohol, anything sensitive, anything like that? Click more options, because you're going to want to do this. So you'll let them know if you're doing paid promotion for a product. This is where you put your tags. So top phones 2020, whatever it is you want to rank for, I don't know, whatever. And you're going to put your other tags into here, hit enter, and they look just like this. So mine's in English language, if yours isn't, and it's going to automatically create them. You can upload subtitles. We've done this here. So when I say subtitles, caption CC, okay? I don't do any of this, and you allow embedding. You want this to be shared. Publish to subscriptions feed for your subscribers. Yes, yes, yes. Category. If you're people on blogs, you can choose what to go into here. Entertainment. Let YouTube have a little bit more data about exactly what your channel is. Comments. So do you want them to hold potentially inappropriate comments? Yes, I would. And you can also show how many viewers like and dislike the video. You can choose to put that on or off. All done. Okay, next. So your video element. So you can't do this until this is finished uploading. So let's just wait a little while and then we'll do that. Okay, so that's finished processing. You can see here that it's processed the standard definition version. It's just processing a high definition version. But once the standard's done, it means you can add end screen. So this option here, import from video. This means if, for example, if you've got the same end screen in every single one, it's 20 seconds, the same length or whatever it is, and looks identical, you can import from the previous video. But let's just click to add end screen. Now, these are the layouts I was speaking to you about. So there's lots of different ones here, and choose what you want. For example, so my one doesn't look like this. It looks like this with another element in it. So let's add, I would add a link. So you can't do this. You need to set this up in your settings. It's not done on this channel, but this is where it will be. And I would put it right here to be like that. But maybe you want subscribe and 2 videos like this. It's quite a nice one. I'd click it and I would let it know so you can see on your video what the video looks like. So if you had your designed screen like this and it starts here and not here, then you'd put it in the right place. Just drag these ends over. Drag where you want these to begin. And then it'll go from there. And then you can click, that's it. So you'd have your end screen like this. So you've got to tell it what to do. So I want to add a playlist, for example, video. This channel doesn't have any other videos on, so obviously it's struggling to do this. But you could tell it exactly what you want in each one. But like I said before, you can either choose specifically or choose best for viewer. So here I've got a playlist selected. Here I've got best for viewer. I don't have any videos on, and you won't have initially, so you should just click best for viewer too. Then you can start choosing what video you want, and this is my subscribe button. Let's save that. Okay, now cards, like we've mentioned, cards are here. So this is where you literally choose along your timeline. Maybe I've mentioned here that there's another video. So I should go, hey, here's a video. You can choose your video here, or you could choose other people's videos. Let's do like I don't know, YouTube tips. I might want to feature, maybe I mentioned another vlogger. Maybe I mentioned this guy a lot, right? So maybe I want to add his and it's suggested on here. He'll be able to see the analytics. If you send a lot of traffic there, he'll see where it's coming from. But you might want to suggest your own videos. Obviously, this channel doesn't have any yet, but that's where you do that. Okay, on to the next. Now you're going to choose visibility. So this is where you can either choose to schedule this, make it private, unlisted, public, everyone can see it, and as soon as you push save, it's up, or schedule. So he talks about the best time of day. So maybe I want to release this on a Sunday, and the best time of day was 5 p.m. Let's get to that, 5 p.m. So time zone. It's defaulted to your local country where you are. So I'm in the UK right now. This is defaulted to where I am. I don't ever do this, set as a premiere, and then we're going to go schedule. And your video is scheduled to go on then. So now if you want to see that, if you go into content, you see it under here and you'll see scheduled. Then if you wanted to suddenly release it, then you can or whatever, or change any of the details like that. Boom, it's all in there. So that's uploading a video. So when now we're setting up the channel the way that we said we're going to do. That means that you're going to have more than one piece of content before you launch. If we're going to edit all your stuff, have multiple pieces of content, you can put them in schedule 1, 2, 3, 4. Have 10 here before you start editing your next one. You'll have a whole list of scheduling to go on. That was uploading a video. And when you come to do it step by step, just like that. And that's how you do it, okay? When you've got enough videos and enough views and subscribers, you're going to see the monetization here, but I've shown you that on the other video. So that was uploading. Use that, practice that, get scheduling your stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.
Okay, so what I wanted to do is give you a little bit of filming advice. Now, this can't be too specific because I don't know yet. Hopefully you contact me on social media, that'd be great, but I don't know yet what videos you're making. So it's really hard to give advice as to exactly what you should be doing. Like we said, research is the key thing. If you've seen competitors, people similar in your niche that you want to film and you want to do that similar style, then you know, for example, I'm going to be using my phone predominantly. I'm going to be doing selfie. I'm going to be setting up. I'm going to be doing 2 camera pieces like this. That means you can really get a head start on planning. Planning for these shoots is the most important thing you can do. It's all in the planning, how I'm going to do it. Then you just execute based on your plan, and it's all going to go together really, really well. So have a clear vision and a look. Now, this may change over time. When I first started filming, I thought it was going to be more vloggy. I was going to be doing stuff. And then suddenly when I was doing it, I realized that it's really hard for me to vlog where I was and what I was doing and tell a story, mainly because I didn't practice enough, and that's something I'll get to in a minute. So I just filmed the footage on my phone predominantly, and then when I got back, I sat in front of a green screen and I told a story based on the stuff I was filming, and I interluded the both. We had that kind of Geordie Shore, Jersey Shore, whichever country you're from, kind of look where you sat in front of a green screen telling a story, going in and out of footage. That's what I did, and that was kind of my style in the end. I didn't plan on that. It kind of turned into that whilst I was filming. And while you're doing things, you're going to realize some things work better than others, and you're gonna change it slightly. Well, I wouldn't call it changing because you planned like crazy. It's an evolution of your filming style, and that's absolutely fine. That will happen, and it happens to every single person creating in any industry, especially in YouTube. So like I said, planning is the key thing. Before you go, oh, I'm gonna go and start this vlog, and I'm gonna start on the, I don't know, the 1st of April. I don't know why I chose that. Like, don't just begin, okay, I'm going to film on that day. You know, for example, you're doing stuff in advance, that's fine, but do stuff in advance of your advance. I was going to Asia and I was going to film some travel vlogs. What I did was I went into London. I drove there and I did a travel journal, like I did a vlog like I would, talking about like my top 5 areas in London and why. And I went around and I set up the camera, I filmed stuff. I started realizing even the small things, how to hold a camera, how to talk, when to cut, when to not cut, angles, where to put things down, how to find things, how to not get weirded out when people are looking at you. There's loads and loads of things you get, things you don't even realize. Like, go and make at least 1 video and fully come back and edit it. Because when you're editing it and you see it, you know what you missed and what you did wrong. So when you go and film, you can get that right. Be it sound, be it technical, be it whatever. Go and film at least 1. I would suggest doing a couple And then if they're good, you can use them actually in your footage if it's similar content to what you would be doing. But go and use these as practice ones. Lots of people starting YouTube channels I've read have said make 5 videos and never ever show them, never let them see the light of day. Your 5 practice ones. That's exactly it. I mean, you take revision and practice exams before you do actual exams. You don't just go and take your driving test straight away, right? You practice for this stuff. Do the same with YouTube. Then there are certain things you can do to make the whole filming process and the whole process of getting a video out a little bit easier for yourself. In the edit, you're going to do things like you see the bars that come up that say Daniel YouTube Academy. Like it's the same for every single one, and I'm copying that from one edit to the other. You're gonna have the same with your social media bars come up, the subscribe button, and you've got a previous edit open, just copy and paste that onto the new one. You don't have to redo all that every single time. Obviously, there's the same thing with sounds. I went onto YouTube and I got a sound like a ding sound, a thud sound, a swoosh sound. And there's stuff like this that you can do, and you can grab it and store it, and then it's always there, and you know you have it, and you're just using the same thing over and over, that kind of stuff. Also, if you're doing a similar kind of titles, like a big boom on screen of a title, you have it on one video, you put it onto your next, all you got to do is click on it and change the text, and it's done. It's stuff like when I talk about leave your comments below, I go into the screen, I do a screen record, hey, you leave your comments below, and I show where to leave the comments. That's the same on every single video. Your intros are the same. There's lots you can do. All the elements are the same. You're just changing the content that's behind it for that video. Make sure you prepare and have all that stuff ready. And of course, I've talked about it before, you're gonna have a subscription, hopefully, to some stock footage if it's suitable, and also stock music. So Music Bed is the one I use for music, which I can't fully recommend enough, and also Video Blocks, which way you get your footage, especially your nice drone footage, general stuff about cities, that kind of stuff that you're probably going to want to use. You have those, you've just saved yourself a whole load of time, and you've upped the production quality of your videos. I think that's pretty much it. The main thing I can say here is practice. Go and practice. You're going to learn from your mistakes. Watch your competitors, do the things I said there about saving some time, and go and practice. That's the biggest piece of film advice that I could give, but actually filming these. If you want some specific advice and you want to have an actual chat with me, you can get me on social medias, talk to me, and we can sort that out. Okay, that's it. That's the film advice you got. Okay, next we're going to talk about live stream. Should you do it? Why? How does it work? On the next one. Okay, welcome back. So we're going to talk about live streaming. So this is something that I never really did too much before, and I really wish I'd done it. I really wish I had. So before I get into the actuality of how you do it, how you set it up and stuff, let's talk about why you might live stream. So if you're thinking about putting out a lot of content, thinking about putting out 5, 6, 7 pieces a week every single day, 1, 2 live streams a week, 1 live stream a week, whatever it is a really good way for you to bulk out your content. You don't have to pre-plan, you don't have to film, you don't have to edit, which, as you know, will take you hours. You can live stream 30 minutes, 1 hour, whatever it is, and the video is done. It's right there live streaming. That's one reason if you need to put out a lot of content and don't have a lot of time. That's not the best reason to, but it is a reason. Another reason will be for interactivity. Like I've said, the first word in social media is social, and this is YouTube. Get social, invite people to come and connect with you directly and ask you questions. What are you going to make live videos about? So it can pretty much be similar to what your normal channel is about. If you're doing makeup hauls, you're doing tutorials, that kind of thing, do those live. Have something prepared. Don't just go live and not know what you're going to do. Have something prepared, a lesson plan, if you like, for your hour. Now, people are going to pipe up and they're going to ask you questions and talk, you're going to interact, but don't let that distract you about what the video is about. And also, you're going to have some people probably come and say some stupid stuff. That's fine. You can kick them out, no problem. But have a plan, set it down. It may be a part of it that you want to open up a Q&A. The whole thing might be a Q&A, and it's relying on people giving you questions and then you talking back to them about it. That's great. That's another reason to do it. Just think about, why is the reason you're going live? What's the difference between a nice polished edited video and going live? It's you, it's connection to you, it's that they can talk to you. Yes, have a plan, have a lesson plan where you're going to talk about, you're in charge, you're directing it, but the whole reason is people are getting connected to you. Then there are also some other great things like making money and getting tips and stuff while you're live, if that's another thing you want to do. To publicize events. If you're going to an event, doing an event at a bar, whatever it is, be careful with some events. Obviously, like I've said, a lot of my stuff got demonetized and I got in trouble shooting in bars, alcohol, this kind of stuff, whatever. Look into that for your specific, but there's events are another great reason to go live. Okay, so I'm going to quickly just show you, I'm going to use my new channel. Let me just start the record for this. Okay, so I'm going to use the account we created together earlier in the course to do this so that you guys have a kind of perfect example, because you haven't done this too if you've created a new channel. So I've just logged in to YouTube. We're going to go up here, we're going to go to your studio, and we are over on the dashboard here. Now, there is more than one way to get to this. There's more than one way to get to a lot of things on YouTube. I'm just going to show you a way, but there's more than one way to do this. So let's go click create and let's say go live. Don't worry, when you click this you will not suddenly go live. Click that. Live streaming isn't available at the moment. It's because you have to enable your account. So let's click to enable. First, I did verify your phone number. Okay, let's verify. So select your country. Call me with an automated message. Okay, confirm. My number is. And let's listen to this, shall we?
Hello. Thank you for using Google Phone Verification.
It's very British.
Remember, you should not share
From
this
Washington,
code with
DC.
anyone else, and no one from Google will ever ask for this code.
Okay.
Your code is 596. Again, your code is 5.
Okay, let's end that. That was terrible. Okay, and submit. Congratulations, your account is now verified. Perfect. Okay, let's go back up. Let's go to click go live again, like we said. So I just refreshed YouTube and it says here ready in 24 hours. I knew it did. I knew it took 24 hours. So it says it takes 24 hours to activate your account for live stream. Once activated, you can go live instantly. So that's that. 24 hours it takes. Okay, so this was just a little intro about what live streaming is, how it works, and how to get it enabled. That was what that was. Let's go on to the next one and let's get into this some more. Okay, so I'm gonna go live first. There's more than one way to do this. Let's do it up here. So like I showed you before, go live, or I can click here, go live, and it pops up with the live studio. Okay, so do I want to do it right now or a later date? Let's say right now. Let's see what it looks like. Okay. Do I want to use a built-in webcam or streaming software? So there are other softwares you can use, OBS and lots of similar ones. You can do stuff like share your screen, put titles over, use more than one camera, switch between the two, that kind of stuff. Let's keep it basic for right now for this tutorial. Let's do the built-in webcam. Go. Okay, so here's what it looks like. You can start seeing in the background here, this is me behind. You can see my background right here. So let's go create a title. This is my live title. That was really bad. This is my live title. Okay, do I want it public? So everyone to see, everyone in the world can see and it comes up there. Do I want it unlisted or private? Only me. Maybe I want to just store that video for another time. Unlisted. I'm going to put it here so I don't want anyone on my channel to see me go live. But unlisted is great if you have like a one-on-one small group. You can share them a private link. People, all the rest of your subscribers and everyone else in the world can't see. And do I want to do it now or do I want to schedule for later? So if I schedule this for later, toggle that on. I can say when it is. Let's just say for now. Set the video is not made for kids. And once again, that's not, is it safe for kids? Is it made for kids? Okay, more options. So here I can add a description, which is good to do. Perhaps you'll have saved that and you'll have this obviously a different first section like we spoke about in descriptions, but the rest of it, your links and stuff might be the same. But the category is saying, okay, now this is where you drop down. This is where it's going to select the different cameras. I only have my built-in one on my laptop right here, but you should have something like a webcam if you can get like the Logitech, what's it called, the C920 I think is the really, really good one. That's like 40-50 bucks or something. Those, and then also microphone, whether I want a built-in one, external one, whatever it is, okay? That's where you select those. Then go to advanced settings. Okay, allow the chat. Allow the chat, yes, we've talked about this, about being social. Allow people to chat, type in, and chat with you. That's great. The video contains paid promotions such as paid product and placements. You're not supposed to do this, but you can put that on and it'll let them know and you might not get taken off, but it's not meant to. And you can enable monetization. So if I put this on to enable monetization, it means, well, you'll see it. There'll be ads and stuff on there, right? Just like normal. So let's go back. This is all set. Let's go next. Again, it's starting to go. 3, 2, oh. I was thought we were going to go live. It's about to do it with my thumbnail first. I forgot all about that. Okay, so this is my thumbnail. That is not a good thumbnail, huh? So let me hover over this. I can go retake or upload your custom thumbnail. Now, there are two schools of thought here. One, an uploaded one, we have text on and stuff, doesn't look live. And perhaps people want to see it live, or it really is live, although they'll see it in the title below. Or do you want like a more amateur style one, because amateur sells in live? It's completely up to you. You should try it out. You should try them both. Okay, I just smiled. That's all I did. Not very shocking though. Okay, so Here's all the details. Check these are all good. Unlisted, and let's go live. Okay, so we're going live. This is me at a different angle to this one. You can see. Okay, we are live right now. So this is exactly what it would look like when you go live. So you can see it over here on the chat. This is where people would be popping up. Let me go show you some features here. You can check out participants. If I click here, and it will show me all the participants that are on here and see who's there. I can pop out the chat. So that means it's over here. So this is another thing. If you were sharing your screen, your desktop, and you wanted this on another area, you can pop that over, move that about, that kind of thing. Oh, let me move that. Put it into different places and things like that. Or if it's just awkward on your screen, you can do that. So I can just close this and it'll restore. And also, of course, down the bottom here, this is where you would say something and you'd post and it would come up like this. And that's it. That's I think the method used to be called camera. That is just the really easy way in studio to go live. That was a real simple tutorial, but that's exactly how you do it, so you know what you're expecting. If at any given time you need to edit anything, click edit down here in the corner, and it's gonna pop up with your title, your description, to change stuff, all these things. Let me see if there's anything that doesn't make sense that was different from before. No, it's all fine. Live chat, that's just it. This is slow-mo, so you allow 60 seconds between messages. That's quite a long time, right? If I click on this, you can change that, allow 5 seconds between messages. That's so that you don't get all come in the chat and you can't see what anyone's saying. It will like do it, but I'm not sure how the backlog works. If you get hundreds of messages, 5 seconds, will some people never see it? You know, it's like that. And allow live chat replay. So in the replay, you see live chat. Monetization is on, and it's showing all the different types of ads and stuff like that. Okay. That's great. That was everything. All right, so that was a real quick one. I'm going to end the stream here and show you what happens when you end it. Of course, stop immediately, end it. Okay, so it's giving me some quick details here. I had 1 playback, so that was me. 1 person here. This is all just me. Okay, end in studio. Instantly, I'm going to get taken back to editor. So this is where I can trim stuff out, take stuff from the end, and do things like that if I want to. Just wait for this to load, and then you'll be able to save it, and I'll show you what happens then. Okay, that was taking too long. It was loading, so I'm going to show you. So come back to, if it ever happens to you, come back to your dashboard, back in to your studio, and then go on to content like you normally would, where you see your videos. Click at the top here, live. And you're going to see your lives, and it's right here. Right now you see monetization is checking, it's pending, all this other stuff. But here is where you can edit things, like if you want to change, well, let's click it and I'll show you. If you want to change any of the details, like any of this stuff, visibility, of course, because we set that like we did. You want to add this to a playlist now, tags, it's all in here. So now you've basically got it set up as a video. You're going to put end cards in, you can put in normal cards, put in your tags and everything, so people can discover this live video like they would a normal video, which is great. You've now got another video, like I mentioned in the last section, if you need to pad out weekly content or whatever. It's a great way to do that. And then you're just going to do it and then save it at the top here. That was it. That was exactly going live really quick. Okay, let's go on to the next section. I'm going to show you another thing. Okay, so the last thing, I just want to do one more video on live streaming, because I just want to bring you kind of an overview of it. I don't use it so much. I'm going to use it a lot more, but maybe you guys want to use it, so I'm just showing you exactly how to do it and why you should do it. And that's what we've done in the last 2 videos. So let's go to the last little bit here. I'm quickly going to show you. So I've gone back to the dashboard. Once again, let's click go live, and we're going to come to the studio for live streaming. Now, we've set this up before with webcam, which we've just done, which is automatically probably going to take you to that. If I click stream at the top here, these are the other 2 options you have on the side. This is for where you are setting up an external encoder. Now, what does that mean? What is an external encoder? So if you've got another piece of software, and there are loads out there, and I can suggest you OBS if you haven't done it before, or loads of them. There's loads. Just search YouTube live stream encoder software, something like this, where you can put like you on the corner, have your desktop if you're going to be teaching about stuff, have more than one camera shot of you, shot of a live event, and you, well, however you want to set this up, and you can set it up to different camera shots, to different stuff, so you can flip between one and the other, one and the other. Now this is where you're going to do this. Now these are the stream settings along here. So this is where you need to set the details that's going to ask you for your encoder. When it asks you for that, the stream key and stuff, it's all here, okay? I'm not going to do that step by step, depends on what software you're going to use. Again, go and check out OBS. Yeah, that's where all that is. Then you've got the analytics and the stream health. Also, when you go on this, of course, you can get help with the stream setup. You just click here and it can show you exactly what to do. Download and save your streaming software, paste the stream key into the software, you may need this, and boom, you're done. It's really quite simple. And then just teach yourself the software like step by step, depending on what you're going to use. There are literally hundreds, but they're really easy. That's what that is. I would always use that. You can put nice titles up too and stuff, just brings the production value up slightly. And also in the first video we mentioned like setting up your lesson plan, whatever it is you're going to talk about. Have that. The second one here, manage. I think it's pretty much on the old setup. If you've been watching stuff about YouTube last year, I think this was called events pretty much. So schedule stream, and this is the new stream. So I create a title and do everything just like a normal one. I can set the date. So this is where you're scheduling something for the future. So let's set this up for later today, for example. I've done all this, it's public. I'll quickly just put it this in case I forget all about it. Put in your detail, enable monetization, upload your custom thumbnail because it's scheduled, and all the rest of the stuff. So I can create stream, and it's going to pop up over back into your studio. Here we go, here. So it's done like this, and this is where everything is set up. On, I thought I clicked that on. And it's going to say, does your video contain any of these? So inappropriate language, adult content, violence, shocking content, harmful. Don't lie if it does. If it does, just don't have monetization on. Don't say it is, and then they see a live event and saw that, you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get marks. I've had YouTube channels taken down completely about any warnings when I've been growing them with other clients and they've done stuff like this. So don't risk it, okay? You put in a lot of time to this, don't risk it. And that's pretty much it. If you need to edit this in any way, all the stuff is here, and obviously mass is exactly like over on the video in the content section. So I'm going to delete this forever. I understand. Delete forever, and that's done. So that's pretty much live streaming. And it's a great way, like I said, one, pad out content, go live, get interactive people, and also monetization. You'll see in the tipping there in the chat that you can get people to tip and spend money during the chat. Loads you can do with live streaming. I fully encourage you to go and look into it more, see if your competitors are doing it too, and think about reasons why you'd have it and what you'd talk about. And talking on money, in the next section we're going to talk about making money. It's not all YouTube views. Oh, I get this number of views, I make this much money, because we know CPM changes per type of video and where your clients are coming from. And you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. You want more than one revenue stream. It's all YouTube, but more than one revenue stream within YouTube. There are more than one ways to do this. I'm going to talk to you about that in the next section. So let's get into that. Welcome to the making money section. This section is quite exciting because you guys want to do this as a hobby. You want to get creative, I'm sure, but you also want to make money, most of you here, and you want to make enough money for it to be full-time. It won't come easy, it won't come quick, it will come. Let's talk about the different ways to make money. It's not all views, and we've spoke about this in in one of my first sections. I'm talking about CPM, that's cost per milli. There's the revenue you make per milli, which YouTube now breaks it down. Revenue per milli, RPM. I've worked in other kind of marketing, we talk about CPM all the time. But CPM is the amount that advertisers are paying per 1,000, and then how much you're getting is the revenue per milli. So we're going to see how much you can make from views, but there are also other ways to make money here. We're going to talk about affiliate links. Affiliate links are sometimes the best way to make money, and that's how people are making most of them. Also sponsored content, that comes when you're a little bit bigger, but we can talk about that in different ways, including media rates and stuff. And then there's other ways, your own products, super chat, all these other ways to do it. So let's get into this. I'm gonna that was just a quick introduction really. Hi, I'm gonna tell you about the ways to make money. So let's get into it, and let's talk about views. Views. So we know from on the first videos that you get paid for views on YouTube. Why is that? Because advertisers want to put their products onto your videos to get through to the clients that you are bringing to the videos, the people that are viewing it, and the amount they're willing to pay for that, and then so you get paid in return by YouTube, is going to differ. On some of my videos I spoke about, I'm going into nightclubs and drinking alcohol and stuff like that. A lot of advertisers click, they do not want to be on content like that. If I was selling this watch, if I was the advertiser and I own these gold watches, when I'm putting an advert on YouTube, I want to be in front of men, and I want to be in front of people aged 18 to 60, for example. I can also click, I do not want to be put on stuff with alcohol or sensitive content and things like that. You just get marked as sensitive content. and it's not going to play. That means you're going to be limited. That's what it says. I've shown you it's limited, which means that you won't get a lot of ads put in front of it. You won't make much money, which is a shame. I had some videos get almost 1 million views. They were great. Then YouTube suddenly put them on limited, which was a real shame. Also means they're going to get showed less in general, because if YouTube's not making money by putting ads on them, then why are they going to show and bother share your videos? They're not. They're really not going to bother. So you have to think about that. Whatever your channel's about, and you've done this in the planning already, is going to have a different RPM to different videos. I've seen like $24 and stuff people are paying to be in front of like makeup hauls and brands and stuff like that, as opposed to my kind of content. It was a few dollars. So really think about the type of content you're making to how much you're going to make. Let's go and look at some examples here. So I'm going to put up 2 videos here, 1, 2, and show you the difference. These are both my videos. So it's going to talk about, this one has had a lot less views overall. Only 4,000 views or so, and it's made $30 out of 4,000 views. Now remember, this is forever. Next year it might get another 4,000 views, you have to another 4,000 views, and it keeps making money forever. And this is one video out of hundreds. If you've got 100 videos all making this money, like, you're going to be fine, right? You think about this, all your videos are evergreen, they're collecting forever and ever and ever, stacking and always making money. So here is the RPM. That is the means the revenue per million. It tells you how much you earned per 1,000 views. This is the CPM. This is the playback based CPM, which is effective playback based cost per million. It tells you how much advertisers paid for your content. The more advertisers are willing to pay, the more you're going to get paid by YouTube. So you can see here the CPM was $13. Advertisers were willing to put this. This is a cheap flights video, how to get flights. Now you can see down here in the timeline, I took the channel down and stuff, and it went down. But you can see that advertisers willing to pay more money at certain times in the year and the month and stuff. This would have destroyed the channel, taking it down. Yeah, so you can see that advertisers paying more. Let me go on the RPM. And this is, you can see there's a direct correlation there, how much I'm making to how much they're willing to pay for this content, which is great. Now let me compare this to another video. This video's had nearly 1 million views and it's made only 10 times the amount. You know that doesn't add up, right? Because that's because of this. Look, this is how much I'm getting per 1,000 views, 45 cents. Nothing. And this is how much they're willing to pay. Need $3 per 1,000 views, which is nothing. You can see that this video about alcohol, about clubbing, it didn't work. Also, let me look at my audience, right? For the video that's not making money, it's all United States. That's even more now if I put it on since published. You can see it's like 40% United States. Let me go back to this one with the flights video and I look at my audience. I can see here that it's 50-50 almost. Same. I mean, for United Kingdom and United States, also Australia. Remember we talked about different regions are worth more to advertise. If I'm advertising this watch and I only sell it in the UK, then I'm only going to advertise in the UK and Australia, and there's different amounts that you're going to get RPM. You can understand a little bit about how it works with RPM and CPM and what you need to do. Backward engineer it. So you're launching. You're going to launch like this, don't break it, take it away like me. You're going to keep going. All that previous content is going to still earn you money. Now you've made different content, so maybe you're on $2 or $3 per 1,000 views and you're going to get 5,000 views. This is across all your videos, remember? Maybe you get 10,000 views a day. Not difficult. 10,000 views a day across all your videos, which is only going to get more as you get more and more videos, of course. So you got 10,000 views. You know, per 1,000 you're making $3. And that's $30 a day. That's $900 a month for that. And that's going to keep growing and growing as you get more and more videos. This is evergreen. Quickly that $900 becomes $1,800 and you're making a full-time living. It doesn't come straight away. It doesn't come instantly, but it does come. That's views. There's only one way to make money. One way. Let's go on and talk about another way, which is probably the way most people make a lot of money. Well, it's split really, but let's talk about affiliate links in the next video. Okay, so onto affiliate links. What are affiliate links? So you probably heard this spotted around and that. I think there's a symbol here for affiliate links. So affiliate links are a real simple thing. If I'm a company, for example, we're going to use the example of Booking.com today, which is perhaps not a great one right now as we're in a global pandemic, and people aren't booking, so you're not going to see much money in there, but we're going to fix that. And there's affiliate links for everything. There's affiliate links for Amazon, for products, for eBay, everything. So I'm a company, Booking.com. And I give a link, an affiliate link to me. I'm an affiliate link. I've got a YouTube page, okay? So with that affiliate link, it means that I can place that link in places, be it in the description of my YouTube video, and I mention it in the video. There's a link below to Booking.com where I found this hotel. Maybe I'm putting it on Facebook, on your site, wherever you're putting it. You put that link and it tracks that link to you. So if someone goes on and clicks that link, And then if someone books a holiday, you get a percentage commission of what that is. Now that varies from site to site, be it a small percentage, a few percent, 5%, 10%, whatever it is of them booking. So the more they book and the more they do it, the more you're going to make in commission. Now, sometimes that's also linked for 30 days, and you should check this out, that if someone clicks on yours, checks out holiday, goes away, and then comes back within 30 days, you're still going to get the commission for that, although they didn't go directly from your link, because it's still stored. That's great. So I'm going to use the example of booking.com here. Now, there are loads of different ways to do this. If I go into products here, I can get links, and I can also get like banners and stuff to go on your page. This all looks pretty similar to this. You're always going to have a dashboard, products, performance. So this is looking, you can see here that these are visits, bookings made, look, 300, 350. This is great, right? And this is the channel I launched. I only launched it in April, and instantly got that. Then we went into a global pandemic, and no one was booking anything, right? So if I go April, this is a test channel that I broke down and stuff. Look, I was already making in my first month here, number of bookings like $60, $20, and then I took the channel down, no one came in. You can quite quickly see, only had a few videos up at the time. You can quite quickly see how this could be quite lucrative if you had this going, as well as, so you had a booking.com one, you had Amazon for your products and stuff you're talking about, or depending on what your channel's about. You can also have, I had Skyscanner, you can have all these different ones. You can have multiple, 10 different affiliate places, and you can be checking to go and do this. And these are ways, and all of them can be making money for you alongside your views. This is just another way you need to be having affiliate links on your videos, on your pages. You might think, oh, no one's going to bother to click this. Well, you're going to mention it in your video that there's links below to affiliate. You just put that on your cheat sheet, and they can make money. This is just a small example. Amazon is a huge one. Go and check it out. eBay, other things like that. This is just a quick overview of affiliate links and what they are and how you should do it. Depending on what your channel is about, is what you're going to plug and what you're going to do. But do it. You don't need your own website to be selling products, so that is something you can do when you can use Amazon or Booking.com or eBay or whatever, which already has them on there. Go and send people to there and make money a cut from it. You don't have to set up anything. It's already existing. Okay, that was affiliate links. On the next one, I'm going to talk about sponsored posts, sponsored videos and stuff like that, which is a thing. It's huge. I wouldn't rely on it. A lot of people think that's going to be their main source, their bread and butter. I wouldn't rely on it, but it is a thing. So let's go and talk about that. Okay, so another thing I want to do are sponsored posts. Now this, of course, depends on exactly what your channel is about. I don't know what your channel is about. Please tell me. Please let me know. For example, if I was reviewing hotels and place to stay, things like that, then maybe I want to contact, if I go in here onto Hilton, for example, media contacts, you can go and you can find their press contacts, PR, and there are media sections of the media centers on all these places. You can go and contact, reach out. Hi, I'm staying here. You might not get paid for it. I doubt you get paid for it. Depending on how big you are, of course. When you're huge, absolutely. You may get a discount. So you might get media rates, which is what it's called, media rates for a hotel stay, for example. Now, another thing to do is you might want to reach out to get products if you're going to review products, makeup and all that other stuff. But again, they're only going to send it to real big clients and big YouTubers with a big following, because it costs them money. Initially, you're going to be buying products yourself. You're going to show, and that's another thing, show the products. I went out and I filmed in hotels that I paid for myself, and then eventually hotels said, hey, you want to make a video here? Here's a cheap rate. Go and film the products and stuff that you want to do. Then when you've got an arsenal and an army of videos with views, you can go and hit up these people in the media contacts and say, hey, I've done this. I want to do something similar with you. Don't expect to get an email back from everyone. Do not expect that. But that's how you do it. And eventually when you're big enough, you're going to get sponsored stuff, and you're going to know, knowing exactly what to charge is a whole nother kettle of fish, and there's a lot of research on that, and you can see what your rates are depending on how big your following is. But start small, make content that you want to get sponsored for, and then eventually reach out bit by bit. It starts real small and build it big. Don't rely on this. Do not rely on it as the one way you're going to make income. We've got affiliate links and you've got YouTube views itself. Rely on those. And then use this as a second thing, and then eventually the bigger you get, that's going to come in. You're going to start getting bookings, and there's management and all other kinds of things. Bookings and the other things are going to be very small. But start now. Start doing the things. Start making videos for stuff you get sponsored for. If that is your aim, to get sponsored to do posts, start making it right now and aim there. But you're going to be talking a year or something to have enough to be building on. That's the reality. But it is absolutely there. And also make contacts. If you're on Twitter, you're following the right people, the right people are working in press for the right agencies, for the right brand. But everyone's got brand ambassadors, follow those. And also find out who the PR that is that contacted them. Follow as many PRs as you can on social medias and get in contact with them and reach out. Do not reach out to PRs and say, hey, can you send me makeup? I want to review it. They hate that. Hate it. The amount of people they must get asking them for free stuff. Don't do that. Have an arsenal, a wealth of video and content already to show them, and then make yourself a media contact center sheet. I've seen people do this. This is really good. And then you can send it to them and say what it is that they'll get if they work with you. That's really good. I do know from working with people previously that they have got sponsored. Now, of course, sponsorships come from having quite a niche channel. If you're doing a travel channel quite generally, or vlogging, daily vlogging, that kind of stuff, who's going to sponsor you? Why would someone sponsor you? If I did a channel that was very niche, a specific type of makeup, nail art, or watches, right? Then there are going to be companies out there who want to advertise because you just talk about something really niche. If you do tech reviews, then tech companies are going to want to talk about very niche, and you could often start getting sponsorship when you get to like 10,000 subscribers kind of thing, and you're getting thousands of views on your videos. Then you can reach out to them. They might reach out to you, but you'll probably reach out to them and go to their marketing department. And how much you should charge, you can look at socialbluebook.com. That's a site you can check out for how much. But roughly speaking, per 1,000 views, like $20 per 1,000 views, you're gonna get 10,000. Don't make sure you charge them $200 at least for a video you're producing. And you can try and get long-term sponsorship though. Do a package of 4 or so, or monthly, that kind of thing. Or say we're going to work with you for 1 month, then they want to book again, do 3 months, 4 a month, this kind of stuff. Make sure you get that subscription model in for that. But that's just briefly talking about that. But only going to work for a niche channel. If you're doing a bigger channel, then you're going to want to look at other things like the affiliate links, and we're going to talk next about content that you can sell, your own content, that kind of stuff. Okay, so selling a product. Now, when I say this, people often think it means you have to sell hoodies or t-shirts or hats or anything. No, well, that is one thing you can do. You have a big enough following and you make something unique enough, then everyone can have that. You see it drop below on the bottom of YouTube, and you get over a certain number of subscribers. I believe it's 10,000. Then you have that option to link that on. Then you can sell and design t-shirts, clothing, that kind of stuff, and take a commission for those sales. However, you can also sell your own products. Now, what are the products that you're going to sell? Well, you're watching one right now. If you start a YouTube channel and you become a professional or something, and you become really good and people want to hear about what it is that you do and how they can do it themselves, you can create a course just like this one and sell it on places like Udemy, or sell it on your own site, that kind of stuff. And then you're going to make a payment from that. You're going to take a commission. When Udemy sells through their platform, they keep some and they give you the rest. That's something you can do. That's quite a good return on investment in time, because you make this one time, and then of course people are buying it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all over the world. You haven't got to ship physical product. Digital product is great. Also, you might have seen on places like Instagram, people are selling filters. If their pictures look really nice, if stuff like that, they can sell their filters and they can sell the way things look. Of course, you can get loads of these for free, but it is something you can sell, and people do make money from that, and people do like to download those and keep them, which is great. For me, physical products, be if they're a big fan base, that kind of stuff, or depend on what your channel's about. If you're making a channel specifically for nail art, like we said, and you're selling products yourself, or you're talking about makeup or beauty, or if you're doing anything like that, then of course you can sell them. Affiliate links, like we spoke about, if you're doing tech reviews and things like that, then you're probably going to want to do a tech review. You're probably going to want to do an affiliate link, to Amazon. Amazon, you get 4-10% somewhere around then, commission on it, and anything they buy for the next 24 hours too, if they go from your link. So Amazon is a great one to use if you're doing stuff like that. That's affiliate link, not selling your own products. And then of course, like I said, making your own digital product. If you're an artist, you might make your own artwork that you want to sell prints of. If you're a musician, you might make your own downloadable tracks that people are going to buy to get hold of those tracks or albums, or exclusive content, exclusive videos, whatever it is you're doing, or a tutorial course just like this one. Think about your own products that you want to sell, and then plug them in your videos. If people like what you're doing, tell them I also have this, they can do that. Now, another thing you can do is Patreon or some similar platform like that. Now, Patreon is a site where people can subscribe and pay a monthly amount to you, and you've got to describe to them what it is they get. Now, if you're making video content about somewhere, something, and people want more of that content, more than you can give out, if you're doing 1, 2, 3 videos a week, but actually you can make 6, then maybe 3 of those bits of content are going to go to Patreon subscribers only, and they subscribe monthly to get access to that content on that channel, and you can give it to them that way if your product then is essentially videos and video content about what it is you're making and what they want. Think about that too. When I say selling products, when you say making money, it's not just as lateral as that. I'm selling t-shirts, hats. No, you're selling products. I don't have a product. Well, you can make a course. I don't want to make a course. You're making videos anyway. Make more videos, and if people want to see them, then they do a subscriber. Imagine you only need $1 a month to have access to your subscription, and then you get 100 subscribers and you got $100 a month on it. If you get 1,000 subscribers eventually to that Patreon because it's so cheap, people are like, yeah, sure, and the content's great, then you got $1,000 just coming in from Patreon, as well as your views, as well as affiliate links, everything else. It's about having more than one avenue of income, more than one stream. That's what you need. So go back and watch, and I think about all the different ways you can make money. Make a little note which one's your channel you're thinking about, which one it fits, and how they're going to do this. Write down who your affiliates are going to be, who the sponsor's going to reach out to, if that's right, what products it is you're going to make and what you're going to sell and when you're going to do that, and then everything else for making money. There's more than one way to make money on YouTube. It's not just views. Okay, that was the money making section. Let's go on to the final section. Let's talk about analytics.
Hey guys, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about the analytics. That's what this is. So I've got this account up that I used previously. You can see it existed way back in 2016. I did very little. Then I launched like for 12 weeks or 10 weeks or something. I put videos up. Then I took it down, broke it, then put it back live again. Didn't add any more. Well, sporadically added a couple of vids. Then took it down again, put it back. Didn't really do much, and I've just left it. So that's what this is telling you. So what I'm going to show you here is each one of these sections at the top here, where stuff is in your analytics, so that you know what you're looking for. So as soon as you get this up, as soon as you get your channel up and you start putting up videos, you're going to want to look at the analytics and know where to find things in different areas, because only from the analytics can you know what to grow. This isn't a guessing game. We're not going to guess how we're going to grow on YouTube. We're going to use your analytics to exactly know each one of these sections here, to exactly know how we're growing. I'll go through this. So this is your overview section, which will show you everything. Views, remember views and watch time. YouTube really cares about this, right? Then it's going to show you your most popular videos. On the right hand side is your live stuff that's coming in real time. Your reach is exactly your impressions, the click-through rate we talked about, which is exciting, number of views, that kind of stuff, and also where the traffic's coming from, how it got there. It's exactly what it is. Reach. How did we reach out to people? How did they get in? Your engagement is your watch time and view duration, which videos people are watching the most for the longest times and in what bit. So they're clicking on your end screens, your cards, that kind of stuff that we spoke about previously. The audience. Who are your audience? So what time of day? We did this before. What time of day are people watching? And also the I'm trying to say the country, geographies, where people have come from, number of people that are subscribed and not subscribed watching your content, what sex they are and what age groups they are watching this channel. That's really important, so you can start creating content based around who's watching your stuff. And then revenue, how much money it thinks you've made over time, how much your, so this we spoke about in another video, and so did this, CPM and RPM, monthly revenue, that kind of stuff, for all kinds of things. So this is a dead channel, like I said, it's not made much. It was only up for kind of 10-12 weeks worth of constant content, then sporadically. It was a kind of test platform to get all this information. So that was the overview. Let's dive into each one of these sections and see what's on each one. Okay, so let's go to reach. Reach is our first section. Okay, so here you're going to have reach, impressions. That's how many times your video thumbnails were shown to viewers. Includes only impressions on YouTube, not external sites, obviously. So this is how many times, 12.7 million impressions of my site, my thumbnail, has been impressioned into YouTube, and they've seen it. That's how many times. So the click-through rate for this, so the click-through rate is 8.1%. That means that every time they show it 100 times, 8.1% of times, 8.1 people will click that. That's what that shows. The higher that is, of course, we know the algorithm, watch time over click-through rate. The higher this is, YouTube want to share your content more, because I know more people are going to click it. They're not going to waste their space, and people aren't going to leave YouTube. So they're going to click it, and then they can show more ads on it. Views, 1.8 million views is exactly what it is. That's how many views that people have watched it. And unique viewers. rather than people watching multiple times. So traffic source types, let's have a look at this. So overall on my whole channel for the whole time, again, break this down. This is on lifetime. As standard, it's the last 28 days. You can do 7 days. You put out specific content, specific months, that kind of stuff. So suggested videos, this is videos that YouTube has suggested. So either appearing alongside a video, you know, when you watch one that comes down on the right hand side, or suggested on the homepage when they first come onto YouTube, that kind of stuff. Browse feature, that's from the homepage and the home subscription. People are browsing through their features. YouTube search, that's when they've specifically searched. That's what we did our titles for, our keywords, that kind of stuff. Specifically searched for your content. Channel pages are people that have gone onto my channel and then searched and clicked the content from then. Advertising, that's if you ever paid for YouTube advertising, which I tested out with a few things. You can see it's a very small percentage. And then others. So others are external sources. If you click see more here, it's going to break this down even more for you. Traffic source, it's got suggested videos page, advertising, external notifications. Oh, it's got playlists and stuff on here, but this isn't external sites and places where this has come from. Let's go back and take a little look at that. So here's external. External is interesting because you can see where people are coming from. So I do sometimes put up my content on Facebook, 20%. You see, as I said in the previous one, I put up my whole videos, but people will still come over from there, from YouTube, to check you out when they've seen you on there. Pinterest, I started putting up some pins previously. Not too much, but it seems like 7%. Maybe I should do that a bit more. Google is suggesting it in YouTube. And then Facebook, Google searching, of course, YouTube and Google are the same. So it's putting your content at the top. If somebody searched how to do XYZ and there's a video on it that's yours, that will come up at the top of Google. That's really important. These are traffic source on playlists that other people have made. These are not mine. You can see by the content of where these are coming from that it is not my playlist. Traffic source by suggested videos. So these are other videos where people have then been suggested mine. And then traffic sources by the YouTube search for these key terms. So that's pretty much what the reach page is. Now, why is the reach page important? Because you're going to start seeing here, if it's just a time, exactly what the traffic source is. So if people are being suggested these videos, then that's great. They're being suggested similar content, so they click on something and they're being suggested to you. Your tags and stuff are great, similar to other content they're already watching, or they're watching yours and it's suggested. YouTube search, I'd probably want this to be slightly higher. 20% is this. That means can I optimize my title, my tags better to get searched for more? People must be searching, or is in my niche for the content that I'm making, are people purely just because it's for entertainment, just browsing, they're not really searching. If you make content that's about, like, I don't know, tech updates and this how-to and tutorials and stuff, then you'd probably want to be higher for this YouTube search, because people should be searching for the questions that you're answering. It all depends on what you're making. And you can also start seeing stuff like, if you're doing advertising, if this is too high, then you're paying for all your views. And your channel pages, if your channel page, so is your layout good enough, and you can click on here and you can start seeing from the stuff we've made for your playlist and stuff, playlists and things, where people are coming from. Are they optimized well enough on your page? So that was just an overview of reach. Let's go on to the next section. Let's go on to engagement. Okay, engagement is exactly what it says. Engagement, how engaged are the people watching? So this is the average view duration of your videos. So, well, like we said before, you're probably trying to make 7, 9, 10-minute videos, and how long they're watching for, and also the watch hours totality. So this is a really good thing that I love to do this. And this is relatively new that I've seen on YouTube, that you can see where it is that people are dropping off. So here's a comment, it's still watching at 30 seconds. So obviously the first 5 seconds we spoke about are really important, trying to keep people up. You can see that my first YouTube paycheck, it's a video, it's not even really about my channel is about, but 69% of people are still watching at 30 seconds. So I did something right at the beginning of that video. What did I do? I can go back and learn from it. Really, you can still go to Thailand, coronavirus, 67%. How long it takes to get monetized. So these tutorial videos, people are staying on for longer. Remember, if they're staying on for longer, YouTube favors it because watch time is part of the algorithm. And then I've got other stuff on here. Why are they staying for longer? You can start trying to work it out. My top video by watch time in hours, 34,000 hours watched on here. Top video by end screen. This is something we've been working on. Obviously, we've spoken in the other sections. Top end screen element types. That's the best for viewers. So where we said at the end, where you can either suggest a video for someone here, suggest a playlist for someone, or leave it best for viewer for YouTube. It is outperforming. So it is best to leave it to YouTube, generally speaking. Not by much, but it is. You can also see what your top playlists are, and also your top cards. So is there something you wrote, like I went to a sexy pool party? That's obviously quite gripping information, because a lot of people have clicked that. It's that kind of language, isn't it? People want to see what it's about. So engagement is really important because you want to keep your people watching on there for longer. So you need to start working out. Also, if you go onto an individual video here, let's click and go onto this video. If we go into the video analytics, straight on the overview page here, I can go into here, the average view duration, average percentage, and I can see the continuous segment. People watch this section without dropping off. You can see in the stats here, people drop off. Obviously, it's only going downwards. People are only ever going to drop off. And then it flattened out slightly. So this section, whatever I did, was good. Section I really like. The intro section here, because obviously the intro is the most important part. I said you need to keep people on. You can start seeing what the percentage is from here. I really like that. And also you can use this here. You can start seeing exactly when people are dropping off. If there's a sharp slope here, if this went whoop straight down to here, there's something in that part of my video that doesn't work well. Obviously people drop off because they go, oh, the video isn't what I wanted to see. It isn't like I don't want to see it. They drop off. That's always going to happen, but you want to make that as least sharp as possible. Then they liked it and they stayed. It was kind of softer and more gentle towards the end of the video. They got the information they want and they left. So engagement is really important, and I'd spend some time always looking at that, always looking at where people drop off and learn. It's all a learning slope, so learn from your past videos. All right, so audience, so I went back to the main analytics page. Remember, don't get caught out if you're on your video is going to be the audience for that video in particular. So back to the video, back to the audience page, the heat map that we spoke about before. Knowing when time of day to release, countries. And what are you going to use this for? What are you using all this information for? I can see how many people, 9% are using subtitles, English subtitles. Why is that? Are they watching it in silence? That's almost 10%, 1 in 10 people. That's a lot. Why are they doing that? Let me have a look here. English speaking. So I think this is probably the reason why. I have quite a lot of Indian viewers. 6.8% of all my viewers, it's the third largest, are Indian. So maybe they're using English subtitles because they can't understand me or anything like that. Maybe I want to think about subtitling in a different language for this, or targeting videos and Indian audience, because I have quite a lot of views for that. That's why this stuff's great. I can also see it's predominantly male and what age group it is. So you can actually see who it is, and you start making creative changes based on who your audience are. Okay, so revenue, the last section. So I'm going to be looking at this. Obviously, this channel was for test purposes. So you can start seeing in which month you made what and what videos made what amount and why. This video has been limited, demonetized, not allowed, and it still made this much because it's got almost 1 million views, but it's very, very limited. Where they've come from. So skippable ads. So these are the start of the video, the skippable ads at 71%. Display ads, bumper, non-skippable. It's all here, all the information. You can start seeing what these are. You should have them all activated under monetization, I would always suggest. Revenue sources. That's your ad revenue and premium. That's for premium YouTube, of course, but it's never going to be too much. But your ad revenue. So that's revenue, and you've got to start keeping an eye on how much you're getting per 1,000 views. If this goes up, down, search different months, different videos, it's a lot higher at some points than it is in others. And you want to start working out why that is, and you want to start changing your content based on what you learn from trying to get this RPM up as high as possible. Just how much you're making per 1,000 views. This is how much advertisers are willing to pay per 1,000 views for your video. So that's revenue. That's pretty much all you need for analytics. So the main thing is you can't explain everything, and you can go in, you can click, and you can see more on all of these. We could be here for hours and hours, hundreds of hours going through all the stats and working out and trying to do things. But I would look at this. I would go through your own analytics. As soon as you start getting stuff up, honestly, after the first video, after week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, start responding to your analytics. Really look into it. There's no guessing games anymore. We don't guess anything with YouTube. We're not thinking, oh, that will probably be popular. We don't need to. We really don't need to. And if you go into something like the website socialblade.com, this is that channel I don't really use anymore. It's advertising how much you're making a month. And it's also got projections, the future projections for where it's going to go. This channel's been dead, so it doesn't project me going very far at all. But you can also do this with other channels, similar content. Go to similar channels that you want to work with, or you're going to work, similar to in the same niche. You can go on Social Blade and you can see what they're doing, where they rank, and how they are. And that was it. That was analytics. That's also the end of the course. Thank you so much for being on board. I'm sure you learned a lot here, and I really want you to go away and take away everything that you've learned. Go back through all your cheat sheets, especially in the planning section in the beginning, understanding YouTube and planning. Then when you've got the plan down and it's perfect, you know it's going to work. All you have to do is execute based on everything that we've done. You're going to use the right terms, right tags, right titles. You're going to make content about the right thing. You're going to launch, you're going to grow, you're going to use your analytics to know where it went, right and wrong, and make changes on that, and it's only going to get better. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not instant. Nothing is. If you want YouTube to be your job, if you want this to be your life, then you got to show up to work every day. Put in time and content every single day and really make this work, and it will grow. Thank you so much for being a student of mine, and I will see you and hear from you hopefully. Let me know and contact me on social media. I will see you soon.